contribution to the Kitchener-Waterloo Art Gallery Biennial involves a group of paintings which are meant to be considered together. They relate in a couple of basic ways. They all involve an image of an exotic animal in the environment, in this case of snow. It's somewhat of a fictional situation, which in my mind relates to a painting that I saw a few years ago in Europe of quite a grand portrait of a group of also exotic animals brought together, and they're sort of coexisting, but actually sort of sitting for a portrait, which suggested, I think, to the audience of the day that there was a kind of sense of human enlightenment and a sense of superiority and stewardship over the entire planet. For myself, however, I had this sort of instant epiphany, recognizing that that meaning is no longer available to us. And in this work, I attempt to restate the situation in terms of our own responsibility to the environment, and in fact how far less optimistic it is that we think of our role in relation to it today. The paintings are grouped together very purposefully, and I think when the viewer sees the work, will see that there's some very basic similarities and differences. They're all small paintings. They're painted on wooden panels in oil in a sort of traditional way. But in fact, the types of images that I'm using are quite different, and especially different from nature painting animals. These are much more unnatural in a sense, not in terms of their depiction, but in their situation. The paintings on the right are all living animals, backlit, so there's a very dramatic lighting situation. The paintings on my left, the viewer's right, would be also these exotic animals in snow, but they've all succumbed to the environment and are presented dead. So this is sort of before and after, or difference. In fact, the living ones for me are a kind of chorus, perhaps with the backlighting looking into the space of the gallery where the viewer is, and questioning our own existence and our own role and responsibility. Not only, I guess, for me as an artist, to the environment, but also to the role of the artist and the viewer and the work of art, and how all of those things